What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy B-Clarity7 checking in, and I'm back to let you into my Robinhood investment account. Now, today, I want to talk about earning passive income by investing in dividend-paying stocks. Now, I'm investing in the stock market to receive dividend payments. My dream is to grow my dividend payouts enough so that they can be respectable income levels. So before we really jump into the video, let's just go ahead and check out the current value of the portfolio. Now, right now it's sitting at $13,062. And then we're experiencing a little bit of pullback today, considering the huge stock market rally that resulted post-election. But it's all good because, what goes up, it does eventually start to come down. But as it goes down, myself, I just look at that as an opportunity to buy some of the stocks that I already own. Just get them at a little average down. But with that said, today the portfolio is down $90. For the week, the portfolio is up $173. For the past month, portfolio is down $25. For the past 3 months, portfolio is up $789. And for the past year, portfolio is up $988. Now, I want to be a long-term investor, and with that said, I own a multitude of different stocks ranging in all types of sectors, and I do have a few growth stocks that do not pay dividends. I want to say at least like 5 of my stocks that I own do not pay dividends, but for the most part, at least majority, about 90% of them do pay dividends, and that is my goal, as I mentioned, to obtain enough dividends so that that dividend can get to a respectable level, and then thus I get the passive income. So now, just for some of you who are not aware of what the passive income is income that requires little to no effort to earn and maintain. Now, the dividend is a distribution of profits by a corporation to its shareholders. So when a corporation earns a profit or surplus, it can pay a proportion of the profit as a dividend to the shareholders. Now, this sum of money, also known as dividend, is paid regularly, typically quarterly, but some dividends can be monthly, biannually, or annually. Quarterly dividends are the most common. And then dividend investing is a strategy that gives investors two sources of potential profit. One is the predictable income from the regular dividend payments, and the other is the capital appreciation, which is over time. So that's basically, when you purchase the stock and then the stock price just goes up. That's the capital appreciation. And then buying dividend stocks, it can be a great approach for investors looking to generate income, or those just simply looking to build wealth by reinvesting the dividend payments. And then the whole strategy of just buying dividend stocks and just reinvesting in them and accumulating more shares for a higher dividend, that strategy is appealing because stocks that pay dividends, typically they tend to be the safest ones. Some of the best dividend paying stocks are like Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble, Cisco is also a good one, and just a multitude of other ones. Again, as I mentioned, these are big, well-known brands, company stocks. They're definitely going to receive profits, and as they receive profits, they pay their shareholders. So with that being said, now I just want to go ahead and show you guys what are some of the dividend payments that I have pending. And then after that, we're going to look at some of the dividends that I've received the past 30 days. So let's switch on over. And now we're going to check out the dividends that I have pending. So these are the dividends that I have not received yet, but I can be expecting. First up, we have Intel that will be coming in on the 1st, and I'm going to be receiving 40 cents. Let's see how many shares I have. A little bit over 1 share, and they paid 33 cents per share. So as I mentioned, I'm going to be receiving 40 cents from Intel. After that, we have Pfizer. I hold 7 shares of Pfizer. Total amount, I'm going to be receiving $2.69. Next up, we have ticker symbol MSM. I have 6 shares. I'm going to be receiving a total of $4.75. After that, we have California Water Services. I hold 1 share. I'm going to be receiving 21 cents from CWT. Next up, we have Caterpillar Inc., ticker symbol CAT, CAT. I got 1 share. I'm going to be receiving $1.05. Then we have HTGC. This is my my biggest dividend payer. And as you can see, it looks like on the 16th, I'm actually going to be receiving two payments from HTGC. So I'm not mad at that. The first one's going to be 2 cents per share. I own 72 shares, so I'm going to be receiving $1.44. And then I'm also going to be receiving, again, from HTGC, 32 cents per share. So that's going to be a grand total of $23. I believe Hercules Capital is my biggest dividend payer right now. They do have a great yield. And recently, during their latest quarter announcement, they did beat their expectations. So Hercules continues to be a reliable dividend payer for me. So I definitely want to keep buying more Hercules. But let's get back to it. Procter & Gamble, we got that one pending too. I'm going to be receiving that also on the 16th. 1 share, 79 cents. And then we have Hormel. That dividend is also pending on the 16th. 3 shares, 70 cents. Just to recap just a little bit, at least on that 16th, I'm going to be receiving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be receiving 5 payments on the 16th. So that is going to be a very good day. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. Then we have on the 13th, we're going to be receiving a dividend payment from Realty Income, ticker symbol O. I got 9 shares. I'm going to be receiving $2.11. That's still pending. Then we got the big boy Apple right here, ticker symbol AAPL. I got 13 shares of Apple. I'm going to be receiving $2.71. That is pending. And the last dividend payment that we have pending is going to be from EPD. That's Enterprise Products. I got 12 shares of Enterprise Products. I'm going to be receiving a grand total of $5.37. So as you can see, these are all the dividend payments that I have pending. And again, as I mentioned, that's just passive income. That's just me buying into this company, just continuing just to keep buying more shares. And as I keep buying more shares, those dividends will be growing. So that's what I have pending. I'm looking forward to those. And then some of the payouts that I've already received these past 30 days. As you can see, we have Nucor Corporation, ticker symbol NUE. I hold a little over 1 share, and I already received 63 cents for that. Then we have AT&T, ticker symbol T. I hold 35 shares of that. I already received my total of $18.22. That was a lovely dividend payment. Next up, Comcast, ticker symbol CMCSA. I hold 4 shares of Comcast. I already received my 92 cents. Then we have Cisco, Cisco Systems Inc., ticker symbol CSCO. 4 shares. I already received my $1.44. Let's see. Then we have Stag. I already received my Stag payment. 10 shares. 12 cents a share. I received $1.28. Then Realty again. Realty Income is one of those monthly dividend payers that I was mentioning. I held 3 shares at the time. I received 74 cents. And the last payment that I received within the most recent 30 days is Rexford Industrial Realty. I held 3 shares and I received my total of 78 cents. So these are the payments that I've already received the past 30 days. And these are the payments that I have pending. As you can see, this is the beauty of dividend investing. You just buy stocks who are dividend payers. And as you just keep accumulating more and more shares of the stocks, you're going to be receiving payments. And as I had already mentioned, some really, really good stocks that have been paying dividends for many, many years, 20 plus years even or so. Coca-Cola, which as you can see, I hold 5 shares of that. Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, just a number of stocks that pay dividends. So that is definitely a strategy you may want to get into, again, as I mentioned, if you want to get to the point where you're receiving passive income. And, passive income, that is the name of the game for me. I want to at least be able to I want to get to the point where I'm making hundreds or even thousands of dollars a month in the dividend payments. And then those dividends can start to pay like my bills, my light bill, my phone bill, my cable bill, or even get to the point where I'm able to make purchases like as far as for fun and things. Just basically that's the part where I want to get to. And then we're just going to scroll down just a little bit so you can see all of the dividend payments that I receive. As you can see, I've been doing this for quite some time. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So I'm going to keep doing it. And as you can see, as I move down, like, the dividends, like they're like lower because as time goes by, the more time you put into it, the higher the dividend payments are going to be. So that's just a little strategy for you guys if you're looking for that. And again, as I mentioned, most dividend payers, they pay out shareholders quarterly. Some pay monthly, some pay biannually, and some pay annually. And the way how you can do this is just you can always Google, go to Yahoo Finance, or even just look up the company directly, and you can see what is how frequently do they pay. Also, it's very important that you are going to invest in companies that are pretty reliable, that have a really good payout ratio, a decent dividend yield, nice total market cap, and even just like a good price. Just it's a number of things that you want to get into when you're dividend investing. You don't always want to go for the ones with the highest yields. So say for example, like a dividend payment stock that has a dividend payout of like a yield of like over 12% or so, 15, 13 or so. Yeah, that might look good and you might be receiving like a nice big dividend payment or so, but there's pretty good chance that that won't be necessarily the safest stock to invest in. I like to invest in companies that have a dividend yield of say maybe like under 3 or 4 or so. I only have a few that have a much higher dividend yield, but those I try to keep those not necessarily being a bulk of my portfolio. So like for example, we have HTGC, which is Hercules Capital that I had mentioned. As you can see, their dividend yield is 10%. Now that is a bit high, but HTGC does not make up the bulk of my portfolio. So just in case if there was a situation where they could like cut their dividend, which I pray that they don't, but if they did, I have basically hedged my bet on some more reliable companies and stuff as well that has a lower yield that I know are still going to be good. And so let's see, like for example, like Starbucks. Like Starbucks isn't going anywhere. Their dividend yield is 1, so that will be like a little lower. But I know that Starbucks dividend will continue to come in. So it's all about just kind of like mixing it up. Some dividend yields are going to be high, some dividends are going to be low, some are going to be right there in the middle. But as long as you have like a pretty good strategy, you should be good. Here's a Coca-Cola, as what I've mentioned a few times. Coca-Cola has a dividend yield of 3. So that one would be pretty safe. So you definitely would want to get Coca-Cola. And as I mentioned, they have that dividend yield of 3, so that'd be a good one to get. But I'm not going to belabor the point. Basically, again, as I mentioned, I just want to talk about investing in dividend stocks. Another benefit of investing in dividend stocks is they typically don't go really low, but they also really don't go really high as far as prices. Now, there are some that are both dividend payers and growth stocks. For example, like Apple. Apple still has lots of potential to keep growing, and it definitely has. And they pay a dividend. The dividend's kind of low. But just again, as I mentioned, it's all about your strategy. So investing in good companies that pay dividends, and then no matter what the stock market is doing, whether it's up or down, at least your dividends will be consistent, and that's what I'm all about. So I'm just going to keep on investing in stocks that pay dividends. As of right now, just based off of all the companies that I hold and the dividends that I receive, my annual dividend income is $378. So that's $378 of passive income. That's income that I don't necessarily have to go into a job for. I don't have to punch a clock. I don't have to ask for vacation time. I don't have to ask for break time or anything like that. That's $378 of passive income, dividend payments that I'm receiving from this portfolio. and I am looking to get that number increased exponentially in the future. And the best way to do that is by keep on reinvesting in these dividend paying stocks. So with that said, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed to the BClaw87 channel, I want you to go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I drop videos just like this, a very frequent basis. Also smash that like button if you learned something, or if you like this video, you like the topic of investing in dividend paying stocks. That's what I try to do. I try to be very transparent with my portfolio, whether the market's up, whether it's down. I'm always going to be here, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. I keep scrolling up and down just to show these are the companies that I'm investing in. I am investing in 40 companies at the moment. Some might think that this might be a little too diverse, but honestly, I just believe in being diverse just in order to be safe, because you never know what can happen in the market. But yeah, like I said, like the video, subscribe to the page. And last but not least, if you're not already investing in the stock market using the Robinhood app, click the link in the description below, and you can download the Robinhood app for your phone and start investing in the stock market on your very own. And maybe you can be a dividend investor. That'd be really cool. So yeah, thanks everybody. I appreciate your time, and take it easy. Peace.